Hi everyone, I am Luan Tao, Teacher Pido.
I'm Irish Face Celestial. I am Hanali Arroyo.
So, this podcast is all about media representation, how different groups, gender, race are portrayed in media and its impact on society. So, so we will discuss why media representation matters in today's society. And so, this episode goals is to outline what listeners can expect to learn about media portrayal of different groups and its societal impact. I have some questions that will ask. I have some questions that will be asked on our three people, three people here, three participants. So, the importance of media representation is a crucial in today's society as it shapes public perception and influences how individuals view themselves and others. Accurate and diverse portrayal can empower marginalized groups, foster understanding, and challenge harmful stereotypes. Positive representation helps break down societal barriers and promotes inclusivity and enabling a broader understanding of how different identities and experiences. So, this episode goes to the listeners that they can expect to learn about the significance of media portrayal for various groups, including insights into how these representation affects societal norms, individual self-esteem, and cultural narratives. The episode will also explore both positive and negative example of media representation. So defining media representation. So Miss Irish will be explaining media representation and what media representation means and what it is all about.
Media representation refers to the way in which various groups, communities, and ideas are portrayed in different forms of media, including television, film, literature, news, and social media. It encompasses the depiction of characteristics such as race, gender, sexuality, age, class, and ability, and how these portrayals influence public perception and societal norms. Media representation matters because it affects how individuals see themselves and others, influences in societal norms and values, and plays a significant role in shaping cultural narratives. As society continues to evolve, ensuring a diverse and accurate representation in media remains essential for ensuring inclusivity and, and understanding. Wait lang. Essential for fostering inclusivity and understanding.
Next question, gender representation in media. So first, a portrayal of different genders describe how various gender are portrayed in media. It will be explained by Miss Hannah.
So, historically, media has portrayed men and women in a very specific way. Actually, sobrang dali niya manotice kapag obserbahan mo talaga siya. And examples sa films is especially before, men are portrayed as strong, dominant, meron silang mas authority and aggressive sila. While yung mga babae on the other hand are shown as submissive, passive, or at yung medyo sensitive na part is yung mas prominent sila when it comes to being sexualized. And recently, there are changes naman. We started seeing na pwede na magkabaliktad yung mga roles nila, like nag-handle na ng mga powerful roles sa society, yung mga women, and men can show vulnerability. Of course, may apekto yan sa society like sa distribution of profession, experience, and yung making choice. And very limiting siya. And since we're already speaking about limiting gender is, and let's talk about LGBTQIA++.
So, base dun sa sinabi niya, naintindihan niyo naman na siguro kung ano yung next will be LGBTQIA+ expression in media. So, Miss Angel will explain how LGBTQIA+ illustrate themselves in media.
Okay, so based ngayon sa generation natin, unti-unti nang makikilala ang mga LGBTQ+ sa iba't ibang platforms like movies, television, and social media. Madalas nating nakikita ang mga gay people as a funny person and meron din silang humor na talagang nakakaaliw sa lahat. Mapaiba't ibang bahagi pa man ng media iyan. Isang maihahalimbawa ko ay yung famous show na RuPaul's Drag Race na minsan nung dumaan sa newsfeed ko, nakita ko rito ang mga gay people na talagang mahuhusay at ipinapakita ng mga part ng LGBTQ+, especially gays ang kanilang mga talent.
So, ayun. Miss Angel, fan ka pala ng Drag Race. So, ngayon, nag-i-air ngayon yung Drag Race Season 3. Sino yung favorite mo doon sa mga nagda-drag? May kilala ka ba? Oh, wala kang kala. Sino favorite? No, ano lang. Around Philippines lang. Season 3 ng Drag Race Philippines.
Si Maxi.
Si Maxi Anderson. Yun din yung favorite ko, si Maxi. Tapos si Angel. Kapatid niya, si Angel na lang. Sobrang galing din ang dalawa. May iyak ako. Tapos, isa pang favorite ko doon, si... Sino ba?
Kiana.
Nakalimutan ko siya. Ito siya. Si... Kiana with a K. Yung V-drop niya dun, grabe talaga yung V-drop niya dun. Gusto ko gawin. Ganun, no? Pero hindi. So, the next question na natin is, give an example of some challenges that LGBTQIA+ is still facing and how they overcome it.
So, as a girl na meron din mga gay friends, ramdam ko ang mga challenges na araw-araw nilang kinakaharap. Isa na dito ay ang walang katapusang discrimination na patuloy pa rin nararanasan ng mga part ng LGBTQ members. Alam ko mahirap to sa kanila dahil hindi pa sila fully accepted ng iilan sa atin. But despite all this, I find them powerful and kasi all the hate and judgments na nare-receive nila ay hindi pa rin sila tumitigil sa pagmamahal at walang katapusang pagiging totoo sa kanilang mga sarili.
So, sobrang nakaka-proud talaga yung community na yun, no? Kasi kahit sobrang dami na nilang pagsubok na pinagdadaanan, nagagawa pa rin nilang itong harapin. Tapos, they're still strong and so confident after all the things that happened to them like that. So, so next na tayo. So, nandun pa rin ako kay Kiana with the K. Gusto ko talagang gawin yung V-drop nyo. Gusto ko mag-V-drop dito, guys. So, impact of media representation on society. So, si Miss Angel po ulit ang sasagot ng question na to. So, influence on public perception, how media shapes societal views and biases.
So, malaki ang epekto ng media sa paghubog ng opinyon ng publiko. Ang positibong representation ng LGBTQ+ ay nakakatulong sa pagtanggal ng mga perwisyo habang ang mga negatibong representasyon ay maaaring magpalala ng discrimination. Halimbawa, ang mga palabas tulad ng Schitt's Creek ay nagiging instrumento para sa mas malawak na pagtanggap ng LGBTQ+.
Isa pang question, effects on identity and self-image. Explore how media representation affects individual self-esteem and identity.
The representation of media is probably pagpalakas ng confidence and yung pagtanggap sa sarili ng LGBTQ+, lalo na kapag positive at makatotohanan ang kanilang pagpapakita. Kapag negatibo naman, maaaring itong magdulot ng pagkakahiwalay o kahihiyan.
Hindi lang din sa LGBTQIA+ community siya naka-around. Like, nasa lahat ng tao din yan. So, ang media representation is isa siyang platform where you can express yourselves without being or without fear of judgment. You can be yourself all the time because it is your media and nobody can get you that you are the leader of your life. You are your own. So, you have the most autonomy to control yourself. So, next is case studies. Positive examples of representation highlight successful media portrayals that challenge stereotypes will be answered by Miss Hannah Lee.
So first is yung halimbawa ng positive media portrayals, and dati when it comes to film, yung casting is mostly kapag slaves sa film is may itim yung kulay ng balat. But meron na ngayong film, example is yung Bridgerton, nanonood ko sa akin na.
Kaya ako din nanonood ako nung
It's diverse and it shows that yung status mo is walang connect sa kung ano man yung kulay ng balat mo. So yun yung sa positive.
So, nanonood ako ng Bridgerton. Ano yun? Like, pag nanood kayo nun guys, mapapalawak yung vocabulary nyo and you will see how the reality is like that. So, next is negative example of representation. Miss Hannah will discuss media portrayals that perpetuate harmful stereotypes.
So, nabanggit ko kanina yung about sa slaves, yung representation ng mga slaves, yung tone nila is nagbabaris doon. And kapag sa mga American movies, example is yung kapag nerdy ka, boring ka, then ikaw yung prone sa bullying.
Ganun agad. So, we need to change our mind when it comes into that type of perception because we are all human after all. We have to unite as one because united we are strong, divided we will fall. So, illustration in roles of creators and audience. Being able to discuss the action and responsibilities of what has been done by creator and the audience. Responsibilities of creators have a responsibility to ensure authentic representation by including diverse voices and storytelling processes to avoid perpetuating stereotypes. Audience influence, audience demand for better representation can drive change within the industry, encouraging producers to create more inclusive content that reflects varied experiences. So, that is the illustration of roles of creators and audience. So, last is future of media representation. Trends in medias discuss current trends and future directions in media representation. Trends in media, current trends indicate a shift media representation with more diverse and stories being told across platform. Kasi, malawak na ngayon yung social media. Tapos, madami na ding mga story na nagsisilabasan ngayon sa media na talagang kapupulutan naman talaga natin ng aral. So, call to action, encourage listeners to advocate for better representation in media. So, call to action. Listeners can be encouraged to advocate for better representation by supporting diverse creators and demanding authentic portrayals from media companies. So, be authentic, be yourself all the time when you represent yourself in media. So, in conclusion, it will be discussed by one of our listeners, which is picked, and it is Miss Ashley. She will conclude what lessons she learned about this podcast. So, a quick recap of key points summarize the main topics discussed in the episode. So, this is a quick recap. So, the episode discussed the significance of media representation across various identities, gender, LGBTQIA+ race, and its
Thank you for staying with us as we explore the vital topic of media representation today. So let's just quickly recap the main points we covered. We started by defining media representation, discussing what it is and why it matters in shaping our perceptions of the world. We also explored race and ethnicity, discussing how various racial groups are often pigeonholed into stereotypical roles, and how the lack of diversity feeds into larger societal issues, including racism. Importantly, we talked about the impact of these portrayals on society, particularly how they influence public perception, individual identity, and even cultural norms. And finally, we considered some case studies, both positive and negative, to illustrate how media can either challenge or reinforce harmful stereotypes. And in my perspective, media is a reflection of our society, but it also shapes how we see ourselves and others. That's why authentic, diverse, and responsible representation is so important. When media portrays groups in ways that are accurate and free from harmful stereotypes, it can foster understanding, empathy, and even cultural change. So as we move forward, it's up to both creators and audiences to push for better, more inclusive representation. Creators have the power to tell stories that reflect the full diversity of human experiences, while audiences have the influence to demand more from the content they consume. So as we wrap up today, I'd like to leave you with this thought. Every story told in media matters. It has the power to challenge perceptions, break down barriers, and create a more inclusive society. So let's all play a role in